We're going to give this 65 more seconds, then it's over.
We're just minutes away from the closing bell on this Friday.
Here are the final seconds of trading on this Friday afternoon.
Ending another week of trading.
As we round out the last trading session during the week.
In Money Watch, the markets were closed today.
Whoa, hold on. Don't let the mainstream media pull the wool over your eyes. This is the biggest overlooked opportunity in the markets right now, and nobody in the media is talking about it. You see, most people think that you can't make money on the weekends because the stock market is closed. But this actually opens up an incredible loophole for a very specific type of trade. This video is just a few minutes long, but what you'll discover can change the way you look at the stock market forever. I'm going to show you a little known secret that regular people, just like you, are using to go after incredible potential gains when most people have no idea they're even there, while the stock market is closed. I've personally been tapping into this secret for years, and the results are astounding. But before I really delve into that, let me introduce myself. My name is Tim Sykes, and I'm famous in the trading world for two reasons. First, I turned my starting stake of roughly $12,000 into $1.65 million in trading profits while I was still in college. And second, I've made it my mission to help others achieve financial success through trading. I'll share the results from some of my top students in a minute, but first you should know that my style of trading is very different from anything you may have seen or tried in the past. In fact, much of my success in the markets can be traced back to an exciting loophole that's hidden from mainstream investors and traders. In essence, this simple loophole flips the stock market on its head, allowing the little guy to go after incredible potential gains. Best of all, you don't need any experience to get started. It actually helps, though, if you have an online brokerage account already set up, but it's not required. You can make your first trade with just a few bucks, or even just do a few practice trades until you get comfortable with this system. And don't worry, you don't need any advanced degrees or even really be that good at math to utilize and capitalize on this loophole. In fact, with this system, the less experience you have in finance, the better. That's because you won't have to unlearn any bad habits that too many people have. Here's the really cool part. I found a hidden part of the stock market where you don't have to compete with hedge funds or powerful millionaires or billionaires. In fact, many powerful financial institutions aren't even allowed to participate in this sector of the market. It's beautiful, meaning this could be one of the last remaining areas where the little guy can actually get a fair shake. I stumbled across this a few years ago when I was trying to find a way for the little guy to really win in the stock market. And what I discovered really blew me away. But I do need to warn you, this opportunity may not last forever, because I predict that in the future, the stock market might actually be open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So we only have a short time left to really exploit and capitalize on this loophole. Let me show you some proof, just as an example. On a Friday at 3 p.m., when most traders were shutting down for the weekend, I was just getting started because I spotted a perfect weekend trade taking shape on a stock called SSC. I bought the stock on a Friday afternoon. I closed my laptop. I went and enjoyed my weekend. I didn't need to check the markets or worry about my trade at all over the weekend because remember, the stock market is closed on the weekend. Then on Monday morning, I logged back into my account and boom, the stock had soared over the weekend. I sold for a profit of $9,177. Pretty amazing, right? And I've used this technique countless times, making gains of profits like $8,780, $9,518, even $16,159 in a single weekend, all thanks to this secret. And while my gains have been impressive, what really motivates me is teaching this method to others and seeing them succeed with this system. Like my student Roland W. Using this method, he found a weekend trading opportunity on a stock called Globus Maritime. So Roland bought some shares on a Friday afternoon, then he shut down his computer and enjoyed his weekend with his family. When he logged back in on Monday, the stock had soared. Roland closed half his position on Monday and sold the other half on Tuesday. In total, he banked $15,820 from this one weekend trade. Or how about my student Justin W? He used my weekend trading method on stock ticker ADOM. And just like in the other example, he bought shares on a Friday afternoon, spent the weekend living life on his own terms. He came back in on Monday morning, shares had exploded higher, and Justin cashed out with a $2,226 trading profit. Finally, here's an amazing trade from one of my top students, Tim Grittani. Tim is actually one of my earliest success stories. In fact, CNN Money did a story on how he turned $1,500 into over $1 million in 3 years following my methods. Now he's actually closing in on $15 million. It's amazing. But let me just show you one of Tim's top weekend trades. On a Friday afternoon, Tim bought shares of BTCS. This little known stock was trading at a very low price, allowing Tim to purchase thousands of shares. Then he shut down his computer and went on about to enjoy his weekend. Come Monday morning, BTCS had popped and Tim cashed out with an amazing $37,212 profit. That's more than many people make in a year. Tim made it in just one weekend, all thanks to this little known loophole that I call the weekend windfall trade. You may have noticed that when it comes to investing, it's almost as if there are two completely different stock markets. First, there's the mainstream stock market with all the big name stocks like Tesla, Apple, Amazon, and Google. There's nothing wrong with mainstream stocks, but let's be honest, okay? The only way to really get wealthy in the mainstream stock market is if you're already wealthy, or if you want to wait, decades. After all, Google costs around $2,000 per share. Even if you had a brilliant hunch that Google was primed to make a major move, there's not much you could do about it unless you have hundreds of thousands of dollars in spare cash sitting in your brokerage account. But then there's the hidden stock market, where you can find lesser known stocks that trade at much lower prices. The mainstream financial media largely ignores these stocks, and that is where there is massive opportunity, thanks to something called market inefficiencies. You see, when Google or Apple or Amazon announce earnings or any other kind of important piece of corporate news, the market reacts almost instantly because these big name stocks are so closely monitored, the news gets priced into the stock like that. In the blink of an eye, in the snap of a finger. Every hedge fund, every financial institution employs analysts whose only job is to follow these big name stocks and stay on them nonstop. But not long ago, on one quiet Friday afternoon, I was watching stock ticker PAMT, Parametric Sound Corporation. This stock was not on any mainstream media's radar or Wall Street's radar. After all, it's not a big name company and its shares trade at a much lower price than Apple or Facebook. But here's what captured my attention. Because Parametric Sound Corp had developed a device that can direct sound in a specific direction. For example, if you wanted to watch the late game on TV while your wife was asleep, you would be able to watch the game with normal volume while she wouldn't hear a thing, even if she's sleeping right next to you. It's a pretty cool technology, but that's not the reason I bought the stock on that sleepy Friday afternoon. In fact, I actually saw a news item stating that McDonald's was testing out the company's product and that a deal could soon be in the works. Keep in mind, if this deal had happened with Google and McDonald's or Facebook and McDonald's, there wouldn't be any opportunity to profit. The mainstream media would run the story, the news would get priced in almost instantly. There's no edge there. But because Parametric Sound Corp isn't covered by the mainstream media, that opens up a loophole for traders like you and me. And I bought the stock on a Friday afternoon. By the time the news started to circulate about the potential deal with McDonald's, the stock market had already closed for the weekend. Then I went away for the weekend, had a blast doing the things I love. I like to travel. I have a pretty crazy life. But when the markets reopened on Monday, I was back at work. I saw the stock. I cashed in. I was $9,518 wealthier, thanks to the weekend windfall trading strategy. Understand, I have used this strategy dozens and dozens of times. Look at some of these trades. All the time, I'm prepared on Fridays, banking thousands of dollars on each successful trade over the weekend, even while the stock market is closed. And today, I would like to share my weekend windfall trading strategy with you. I recently put together a short video training program that teaches you exactly how to utilize my weekend windfall trading strategy. You'll discover the exact method that I use to identify low-price stocks with solid trading setups. The exact type of news that I look for that can trigger a massive weekend windfall. And how I know when it's actually time to exit the trade and take my profits off the table. This video training gives you an over-the-shoulder look at exactly how I make these trades. This is the exact trading strategy I used to make as much as $69,962 in a single weekend trade. And that was actually aboard a yacht in the British Virgin Islands. And the exact trading strategy some of my students have used to make $2,226, $15,820, and even $37,212 in one single weekend trade. Of course, I'm not promising you that you're going to see the exact same results. All investing carries the risk of loss and every trading situation is different. But today I'm offering to teach you the exact trading system that spotted each of those trades that I've shown you in this presentation. You will have the exact same information that all of my top millionaire students have access to. And here's the best part. You can get access to my weekend windfall trading strategy today and save thousands of dollars. Because in the past, I've only made this unique training available as part of an exclusive service that costs $2,000 per year, which is still, a great deal. It's actually a steal when you consider that many of my top students have banked significantly more than that with just one single weekend trade, not to mention it goes for a year. But today, I'm offering you instant access to the weekend windfall trading system at an exclusive discount. So you won't pay $2,000 or even $1,000. To be honest, $500 would be a no-brainer price for this exclusive training. But today, I'm giving you instant access to my weekend windfall trading video training for just one single payment of $7. It is a no-brainer. And to set your mind at ease, I'm including a 30-day money-back guarantee. So when you click the button below, right below this video, you can be fully confident in your order. Simply take a full 30 days to review the technique, test it out for yourself, and then decide if this is right for you. Listen, the simple reality is this. I do not need your money. I've got enough money to last me 10 lifetimes. This is why I donate millions to charity. I'm very glad to do so. But this is why I'm offering you the chance to get my weekend windfall trading at this low price, because I'm asking you to prove to me that you're actually willing to study and bet on yourself. If you're not willing to invest a few dollars in exclusive training that could give you the potential to go after incredible profits on the weekend, then I really can't help you. But if you're ready to take the first step today and bet on yourself and study, then I'm willing to move heaven and earth to help you succeed. Remember, as soon as we process your order, you'll get instant access to the Weekend Windfall Trade video training. This is the same exact strategy that helped me and now several, actually dozens of my top students bank thousands of dollars in a single weekend over and over again, so that it adds up to 6, 7, and 8 figures over time. Sure, I can go after eye-popping gains because I've reached a level where I can afford to put down a larger stake on the trades that I make. But guess what? I can do that today only because I took action and learned this technique years ago. It's like the old saying, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is right now. So start your education right now. You can start small. In fact, that's the beauty of these weekend trades. Since we're targeting stocks that most everyone else ignores, you can pick up these shares of these plays on the cheap. Even if you're starting with a limited bankroll, you can get started learning immediately and you can start going after your first weekend trade. I promised this would be a short video, so let me leave you with one final message. I've shown you the proof. You've seen my trades. I've shown you why my weekend windfall trading technique works so well, almost every weekend. And you've seen the results from people just like you who are utilizing this technique. That's why I took the time to send you this message today, because I believe I can teach you how to be a profitable trader by harnessing the power of my weekend windfall trading strategy. Put me to the test. Put this technique to the test. And if I'm wrong, you've lost nothing but a few minutes of your time, thanks to my 30-day money-back guarantee. But I want you to think, what if I'm right? Click the button below to get started now, and I look forward to teaching you how to capitalize on this loophole. Your weekends will never be the same, and more times than not, we'll be right, and you have the opportunity to put thousands of dollars in your bank account. And trust me, it adds up over time. So click the button below. Remember, there is a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely no risk, but start your learning now.